You've seen this before. You've felt this before. That quick pang of envy. That subtle voice in your head that whispers, "Why not me? Look at them. They've made it. They're rich." We have been conditioned to believe that wealth is loud. It's a shiny object. It's a lifestyle broadcasted in 4K for the world to see and admire. We've been taught that the evidence of financial success is something you can wear, drive, or post online. But what if I told you that everything you think you know about wealth is wrong? What if those visible symbols of richness aren't just misleading, but are often the very opposite of true wealth? Today we're going to deconstruct this grand illusion. We're going to explore one of the most powerful ideas from Morgan Housel. It's the psychology of money. The profound truth that real wealth is what you don't see. To understand this, we first need to confront a paradox that happens every day on every street in the world. Housel calls it the man in the car paradox. Picture this. You see an incredible brand new Ferrari roar past you. Your head turns. Your eyes follow it. You think, wow, the person driving that car must be so cool, so successful, so admired. But here's the crucial part. You're not thinking about the person. You don't even see them. Your admiration is directed entirely at the object, the car. You use that car as a benchmark for your own desires, thinking, if I had that car, people would admire me like that. The paradox is that the driver of that car is likely thinking the exact same thing, that the car is earning them the respect and admiration of onlookers. But it isn't. People are just looking at the car. The driver is an anonymous figure behind the wheel. The spending that was meant to buy admiration completely fails at its goal because the very thing it's supposed to highlight, the person, becomes invisible. This single idea begins to unravel our entire modern concept of wealth signaling. The expensive watch, the designer handbag, the first-class travel posts, they are all just expensive cars in a different form. We use them as a language to tell the world we are successful, but the world is mostly just looking at the language, not the speaker. This leads us to the central truth. What we call rich and what we call wealthy are two completely different things. Being rich is a current income. It's a number. You can see it. A person who earns $1 million a year is rich. But if they spend $1,001 a year, they are not getting wealthier. They are actually getting poorer. The visible display of richness, the cars, the houses, the lifestyle, is often the direct result of spending that income. It is money that has been converted into stuff. Wealth, on the other hand, is what is not spent. Wealth is hidden. It is the money that has been saved and invested. It's the income that was not used to buy the car, the watch, or the upgrade. Wealth is the financial assets in your brokerage account, your 401k, your emergency fund. It is the absence of debt. Wealth is the potential for future spending, the flexibility to have options, the quiet power to control your own destiny. When you see someone with a $100,000 car, you are seeing someone who is $100,000 poorer than they were before they bought it, or $100,000 deeper in debt. We see the car, so we assume they are wealthy. But the reality is that the purchase has actively reduced their wealth. True wealth is the person who could have bought that car but chose not to, because they valued their financial freedom more than the display of a depreciating asset. So why do we fall for this illusion so easily? Because our brains are wired for social comparison and signaling. For thousands of years, survival depended on our status within a tribe. Signaling strength, resources, and value was a critical part of life. Today, that ancient software is running on modern hardware. We've replaced displays of physical strength with displays of financial strength. The problem is we are signaling with the wrong tools and for the wrong reasons. We are trying to satisfy a deep, psychological need, the need for respect, for security, for love, with a superficial solution, consumption. But it's like drinking salt water to quench your thirst. It provides a moment of relief, followed by an even deeper need. This is the cycle that keeps so many high earners broke. They are trapped in a loop of using their income to service their ego, not to build their wealth. And if there's one thing to learn from the psychology of money, it's this. Building wealth has very little to do with your income or your investment returns, and a whole lot to do with your savings rate. And your savings rate is simply the gap between your ego and your income. The person who builds true, lasting wealth is the one who learns to quiet their ego. They don't need the external validation that comes from a new purchase. They find their validation internally. They are playing a different game. They are not playing the game of "look how rich I am." They are playing the game of "look how free I am." So, what does this invisible wealth actually buy you? It buys you the most valuable commodity in the world: control over your time. It's the ability to walk away from a job you hate. It's the freedom to take a few months off to be with a sick family member. It's the power to handle an unexpected medical bill or a car repair without falling into a spiral of debt and anxiety. It's the option to retire a few years earlier, or to pursue a passion project that doesn't pay well but nourishes your soul. It's waking up in the morning not with a knot of financial dread in your stomach, but with a sense of peace, knowing that you have a buffer between you and the chaos of the world. This is what you are truly building when you choose to save and invest instead of spend. You are not depriving yourself. You are buying your future freedom $1 at a time. How do you start making this shift? How do you begin to value the invisible over the visible? First, you must consciously redefine your financial goals. Stop making your goals about things, a new car, a bigger house. Start making them about freedom. Ask yourself, how much do I need to save to have 6 months of living expenses covered? How much do I need to invest to be able to take a mini retirement in 5 years? What is the number that allows me to own my own time? When the goal is freedom, the allure of a flashy object diminishes dramatically. Second, practice active gratitude. The constant desire for more is often rooted in a lack of appreciation for what you already have. By consciously focusing on the non-material things that bring you joy, your health, your relationships, your skills, a beautiful day, you train your brain to operate from a state of abundance, not lack. A mind that feels abundant doesn't need to constantly seek external validation through consumption. Third, focus on your savings rate above all else. Don't worry about finding the perfect hotshot investment. Just focus on consistently widening the gap between what you earn and what you spend. A high savings rate is the most direct and controllable path to wealth, and it's more powerful than any investment strategy, especially in the long run. The truth is, this journey is about moving from a mindset of performance to a mindset of peace. You must stop performing wealth and start building it, quietly, patiently, in the background of your life. So the next time you feel that pang of envy, when you see a display of extravagant spending online, remember this conversation. Remind yourself that you are only seeing one side of the equation, the money that was spent. You have no idea about the debt, the anxiety, or the fragility that might be hiding behind that perfect picture. The real power, the real wealth, is invisible. Stop trying to look rich. Start learning how to be wealthy. And the first step is to realize that true wealth isn't loud. It's quiet, it's invisible, and it's waiting for you to value it.